I just play Cinnamon.
It's a bit of an abbreviated start tonight. Intro, I should say, as I'm getting ready to head over and start the event briefing in the Virtual USA Flying Club. But welcome, happy Tuesday. That's right, it's the Virtual USA Flying Club's Ybor City is Trey Speedy. And I'm your host, Melvin Leroy. I think we've got about a minute or so, but welcome. And yeah, just give me 2 seconds to get this event briefing pulled up. I'm going to unmute the Discord channel as well, and we'll get started. I believe I have, a little text briefing. There we go.
Good crowd on a Tuesday night.
Back to me.
Hey, Rob. How are you?
Great.
Yeah, welcome everybody. Happy Tuesday.
Glad to be here.
All
I
right.
may not be able to fly, but I figured I'd jump into the events channel here and get the sim ready if I can.
Heck yeah. Well, we all know the best part of the flight is the brief, especially when I'm hosting it. So welcome, Stephen, and everybody else.
Thank you very much.
So yeah, here's the plan. It's just a little crossfire event, guys, between Pensacola and Peter O'Knight. And I am just, it's pretty wide open. We did ask that you try to split up the departure. So, you can kind of take a look now and just see what looks like it has more so that we can even things out. If you are flying something fast enough or you want to stick around long enough, you can do an out and back as well. So totally up to you. The weather right now, it looks pretty good, actually. It's a little bit, there's a little bit of a ceiling out of Pensacola at 8,000, and then I think it was about 9,500 down there around St. Pete's. So, you can plan accordingly. It's definitely a VFR type of evening if you're interested in doing a little coastline tour tonight. But you can also head up a little higher and do some IFR stuff. It's completely up to you, as is the choice of aircraft. And since it's a bit of a stretched out length between airfields, I just figured you'd pick something that's a little quicker tonight And so, you know, I do see a few biz jets that are spawning in, which I think is great. And yeah, so just enjoy. Now, if you want to fly the 152 and make it a long haul, I mean, rock and roll. That's up to you. But yeah, just it's something I want you to, just out of curiosity, when you're done in the Ybor City is Trey Speedy channel that we set up, put your aircraft type. I'm just curious to see in an event like this what everybody flies. So would love to see your route as well, just to kind of see the breakdown between VFR and IFR traffic. Again, just, you know, just out of curiosity. And anyway, so we will be
Michael, your voice activated.
let's see, we will be departing pretty much as soon as I'm done here. And honestly, you know, you guys kind of know the drill at this point in time. There are some controlled airspaces. However, there's no ATC just yet. It is one of those areas where the ATC, though, can pop on at any time. And so, you know, if
Tampa approach just signed online.
Ah, very nice, very nice. I have not requested any ATC, so I'm not necessarily expecting anything. But if they're on, let's give them some love. And kind of from what I hear, the conversation that happened sort of last week is if we're flying VFR, they kind of appreciate flight following. They like to have something to do with the VFR traffic. So anyway, I guess that would be my only suggestion. Otherwise, I would just say enjoy yourself, and yeah, we'll talk to you when it's all said and done. Anybody have any questions?
I assume those military operating areas up in the Panhandle would be considered inactive.
Yeah, they're considered cold on VATSIM unless otherwise stated by the controller.
Gotcha.
Right? I think they're considered. Are they considered cold or hot? I'm pretty sure they're considered cold.
Cold.
Thank you.
Make sure
Just,
you have your inflatable rafts, because you'll probably be out over the open water a little bit. I'm sorry, go ahead, Mike.
Yeah, just make sure in that Ybor City attendance channel to put the information when you guys are all done with the flight, so we can get a good count tonight and don't crash.
Bonus points if you can at some time message me. You don't have to say it right now, but message me if you know where the line Ybor City is Trey Speedy comes from, because it was definitely not of my own poetic doing. It was an inspired event, or an inspired phrase.
Mike, what's your favorite movie?
That's a loaded question.
Redacted.
Exactly.
There's not much to that movie, is there?
Everybody enjoy. Thanks again so much for coming out, and yeah, share photos and all that good stuff. It's a gorgeous area to fly. So take a bunch of flight sim photos, share them either in my channel or in the Virtual USA Discord channel. And if you want to have a little chat, remember we've got the Fingers channel here, and I'll hang out a little bit. If anybody has any questions, you can ask here in the Discord events channel as well. So thanks again, guys. See you.
And as I may be a late start, I'm just curious if there is an event end time to this one tonight.
Negative.
Good.
Yeah, the attendance channel will be left open until sometime tomorrow.
I usually go till I hear Melvin snoring.
All right, fly safe, everyone.
Woohoo!
All right, you guys. So there you have it. Ybor City is Trey Speedy, and somebody has already told me where that came from. And yes, indeed, if you're thinking the Hold Steady and Killer Parties, you are correct. You are correct. Look at our beautiful Mitsubishi MU2 Marquee. I think this is the Marquee, and this is so I'm so happy that this thing is available now in X-Plane 12. It's been updated, and a free update, by the way, if you already have it. So that's doubly cool. And anyway, that's what that's our chariot here. Oh, did I? You know what I forgot to do is this. I forgot to do my little go time here. Hello, good fixins. Welcome. And yeah, I forgot to do the I forgot to do that going live thing here. So you guys know me. I don't red dot you. I don't at everyone. I don't at all. I don't all that. I just but I will send a little something out just so you can know that we're rocking and rolling here. Let's see who else. Who else is here? Goku. Hey, what is going on? This is the Mitsubishi MU2 from X Aviation. Rob Valkyrie is here. He is just watching tonight. Okay, cool, man. Good to have you, sir. And then Pentagon is here as well. Rob, hello. We got all kinds of Robs. I love it. Good Fixins, I said hello to. And Smitty Papa. Nice to see the alter ego here of a gentleman that I once knew with a similar call sign. Yeah, so let me show you what my plan is, by the way. You could definitely VFR tonight, which would be a nice ride down the coastline here. But what I am going to do is I'm going to jump into some high air routes. There's not a great departure out of Pensacola, so we're going to just vector ourselves essentially over here to the Hune intersection, and then we're going to grab the Q104 air route. I have Victor 97, but it's definitely the high altitude, the RNAV down to St. Pete's. Very simple flight plan, and then into Tampa, Peter O. Knight Field. Why Peter O. Knight Field, might you ask? Well, that is the closest airfield we have to. I probably won't say it in here, but Ybor City is a suburb of Tampa, so that's where that is. I don't remember exactly where it's at, but anyway, apparently that's the airport that serves Ybor City. But yeah, so and the reason we're going IFR tonight is for no other reason other than for no other reason that I just want some practice with the IFR. You like that, Pentagon? Is it not St. Pete? Is that not how you say it? Or do you have to be formal? Petersburg. I don't know. I've never been there. So, Epstein. Hey, what a night to have the SR-20 in the shop. Oh, oh, dang. Yeah, no doubt. That would have been a fun one. That's a good airspeed, about 170, 180, kind of pushing 200, I think. If you wanted to go over and back, though, like a BizJet would have been cool as well. But oh, that's what you call it. That's where you live. Oh, very nice. Well, maybe that's
Charlie Golf Lima X-ray from
Discord.
that. Maybe that's where I got it from. Or maybe I just say, hey, I know a guy, Pentagon. He lives down there. He says it's cool for me to say St. Pete. All right, we need to fire up here. So flight plan is filed. My weight and balance, I think I have. Yeah.
And I just decided I'm going to go ahead and get started and fly this event. And if and when this phone call ever comes through that I got to take, I'm just going to disconnect from VATSIM and then hook up again after the call is done.
Yeah, it should be good. I mean, depending on where you're at, if there's no ATC at all, you could just roll with it and just kind of play it by ear, unless you have to leave the room and stuff like that. Okay.
Peter O. Knight, where it's uncontrolled, but then where we've got ATC online after we depart the airport, correct?
Affirm.
If you want it, remember if you're VFR, you can skirt it.
Yeah, that's what I was just going to look at, see if I could, sneak underneath or around or, above, beside, whatever to avoid talking right now.
Let's see. Agent Presta, what an authentic looking panel. Thank you. I'm sorry, not panel. Authentic looking plane. No. What? Wait a minute.
We'd still talk to
Can
Tampa Approach.
barely read my screen right now.
Yes.
Roger.
All right, what was I doing? Oh yeah, I was trying to get started here. So chocks and covers are removed. Gear handle is landing gear is down and confirmed down. Is it down? Oh gosh, yes, it's down. Confirmed down. It's hard to tell right there, honestly. Parking brake is set. The battery key switch is off. And my isolate switches are both off. The inverter switches are off as well. Pitch trim.
So a quick look at the sectional right now. The airport that we're at here in Tampa, Peter O'Knight, starts at 3,000 feet for Bravo, correct? We're outside of the surface.
I think so. Pretty sure it is. That's correct.
I'm looking.
Okay, so as long as I stay below 3,000 till I'm away from the Bravo, I'll be okay.
I'm seeing
No,
1200.
I was
Yeah.
gonna say it's a
1200.
1200 foot shelf.
Oh, all right, check that,
There's the-
1,200.
Yeah.
The McDill Delta is just right around the corner too.
Yep. So you've got that at 12, and then you got this down here at 12. So if you're wanting to skirt, you've got to get, well, you got to stay, you got to miss this because you got to be above 12 to be above this McDill Delta. So you're going to try to come down here, probably follow the highway to whatever this little town is, Sun City, and then as you're climbing here, you need to get yourself down below, or make sure that you don't get above 1,200. Then you can pretty much get the heck out of Dodge. But yeah, that's not us. Like I said, we're going to try to. The panel is authentic too. Agent Presta, I'm so sorry. I can't read so I've moved my second monitor away from me a little bit, like 6 inches away. And you wouldn't think that it would be that big of a deal, but for the life of me, like that is like suddenly now I'm just completely out of focus range. And so there's times when I just flat out cannot read what the heck is on the screen. And I refuse to make my text 125%, which is really what I need to do. All right, let's get this plane going here. Battery switch coming on. The inverter switches are, this is going to go to main. The radio master switches are off and off. Condition levers, let's just make sure that we're free movement. Yep, we're going to set that at taxi. And this guy is free and correct. We're going to set that at flight idle, just below flight idle. Flight controls. Let's check those as well here, guys. Full left, full right, forward, and rudder. That looks good. It's weird how that doesn't turn. Like, I have my yoke turned 90 degrees here, and that's as far as it goes in the MU2. It's like a 2-to-1 sort of ratio. It's really strange, but that's just kind of what it is. My reference monitor is only an arm's length away, and you have to lean over like an old man. It's just you know, when you get to be the graybeard, that's a blessing. Hey, original Godspeed is here. Scott, what is up? Scott, I got a bone to pick with you, sir. You didn't need to do that, what you did, but anyway, we'll make sure it goes to a good cause. And nice to see you, buddy. Just kidding. Nice to see you. What do I need here? I'm in the middle of getting this thing started. Okay, yeah, we need some lights coming on. Beacon will come on here. Nav lights on. And I don't need any interior lights just yet. No. Scott, you're good. You're good, brother. You're good. Okay, we need fuel valves to come on here. And here. We need the we need this set to run. We need the SQL to on, and I'm going to start the right hand switch here first. Do I have, I need to make sure I've got everything else. Yep, I think we're good there. we're ready. Prop area is clear. Uh-oh, I've missed something. I have missed something. What have I missed? Oh, do I have to do? I think I have to have my battery isolations. Yep, sorry. To set to normal. There we go. There we go. Push and hold, and that is ignition. It's going to have a temperature spike here. No more than, I don't remember what the documentation says, but like no more than 20 seconds or something. I got to learn the Beluga. Negative. No, that's just not a plane that interests me. It's very unique, and it has a lot of that like uniqueness factor, but I just don't see myself flying it. The cool thing about it, though, I will give them credit, is it comes with the scenery, right? It comes with a place where you can load up, you can park it and load up, and so that, I mean, that's kind of cool. And I haven't heard anybody that has it that says that they don't enjoy it. But to me, I'm kind of like, you know, I've got the A300, and that's probably not that much different. I remember when I got the A310, it was sort of like, it was fun because it was a little faster and, you know, a little more powerful and a little sportier, but it was basically the same aircraft. So I'm like, no, I'm not going to do that again. All right, we are good here. We are good. Generators can come on left and right. And selector switches can come down here to off and air start and safe. All right. Pressurization system needs to be turned on. We are going to be going up to we are going to be going up to 21,000 today. So let me just turn that up just a little bit here. This is set to auto, so that's good. Auto and both, that's fine. And yeah, all that stuff looks good. Fuel transfers, I believe, need to be to auto. Yep, auto. And then we need to put the avionics on here as well. There we go. That looks great. That looks great. Just one more quick check to make sure we don't have ATC. We do have some ATC coming in down around St. Petersburg, which is pretty cool. Props to TPA approach. That's awesome. So we'll have a little something coming in here, but nothing heading out of Pensacola just yet. There goes JPC taking the lead. We got Tommy, that flight sim dude. He's flying along with us. Great crowd tonight, by the way. Been really cool to see that in the on a Tuesday night. All right, so let's set our squawk code here to generic IFR, and that's COM1 is on 2280. We do have to turn COM1 on. Yep, we're good there. And then flight plan time, baby. Pensacola to HEVBN Heaven. And then from Heaven, we're going to pick up it's Victor 97 Airway to, I think it's the Petersburg VOR. Again, pretty simple route, just kind of, yep, St. Petersburg VOR, cool. Let's load that. Just trying to get some IFR practice, honestly. And this plane is a little bit of a strange autopilot, so it's good to practice. All right, there we go, night field. And that all looks good. We're not going to worry about altitude here. We are going to set that, though, down here, 21. That'll be our cruising altitude today. And then I need an altimeter here, and we can brief our taxi and our departure and get out of here. 2988. Guessing that somebody just got home. 2988. I think this updates on both. Maybe not. Let's see if we can get over here and take a look. 29er. No, maybe it doesn't. All right, there we go. Fuel elevation about 100 feet. Yeah, that checks. All right, let's brief the taxi. Let's brief the departure, and let's see kind of what's shaking here. So, whoops, that's the wrong deal there. All right, we're sitting over here at the FBO, and we might as well pull this up. We'll kind of be lazy tonight and get the ATIS from SkyVector. Right now, winds 210 at 6, 10 miles of visibility, few at 9,000, temperature 27, dew point 17, altimeter 2988, and everything else looks fine. So 210 at 6. So that looks to me like we can probably take runway 26. So I think what I will do is taxi Charlie 1 to Charlie on to Delta up here to 26. Unless I hear if somebody else, if they're doing 17, I guess that would be okay as well. But that'll be us. And so then that means that we are going to need to fly a traffic pattern, a left-hand, I'm guessing left-hand downwind departure. Let's see, runway 26. It is a left-hand pattern. So we will depart. We will turn left on a crosswind, then left on a downwind, and depart the area to the southeast, essentially. We do have to be a little careful here. We've got the Pensacola NAS right here as well, so we want to stay out of their way, and so we want to try to make it a nice, closed pattern here. We don't want to extend past our little 10-mile ring here if we can help it. And then no terrain, obviously, to worry about.
Most of Tampa area is clear in a million.
And so I think we can just do it here.
Most of it, yeah.
I'm showing a few clouds. Looks pretty good though.
Pensacola traffic. Mitsubishi November 11816 is out of the FBO. Charlie Delta to runway 26.
Are you in Mudfuss or XP?
I'm an X-plane.
Okay.
I mean, Brooksville, Clearwater, St. Petersburg, MacDill Air Force Base, those are all showing clear in a million.
Here we go. Still trying to kind of get used to the throttle quadrant. This is an interesting throttle quadrant. It has a gate that you have to lift up and over the top.
Where we departed from Broken 100, and Tampa itself 235, 248, scattered 250.
That's pretty good.
Kind of cutting across here a little bit, aren't we? We are flying real-time, real weather tonight, so we'll hopefully get a nice, lovely sunset arrival into Peter O'Night. I can only do one flight, one leg tonight, guys. I'm so sorry. Summer school is going, and so I do have to work early tomorrow. But looking forward to Looking forward to this trip. Okay, so we're down here on Charlie. We're going to hang a right on Delta. Head down to runway 26.
Miami is online.
Oh, Miami just came. Heck yeah. So I'm going to have to check and see.
Jacksonville.
Jacksonville. All right. Millhouse, hey, what's going on? What's going on?
Florida Center.
There's Delta. Let me throw in the reversers to slow down here. That part I do love. Hopefully you guys can hear those engine sounds all right. And I gotta come back off the beta range here to get it going. Let me turn those engine sounds up just a smidge for you guys. You regret not taking the MU2? Yeah, dude. It's an opportunity missed, Millhouse. Opportunity missed, brother.
Looks like Jack Center just got on.
Nice. They saw us coming,
Yes,
guys.
sir.
They saw us coming, boys. So, I may have to talk to somebody here, which I'm totally cool with, because I've got an IFR plan, I've got it filed, and I'm going up pretty high, so I want to be able to make sure that I'm in the right spot. Oh, you actually made the cow livery for the Voyager? Nice. I did not. I have seen that, Millhouse. I did not know that. Well done, sir. That is an outstanding work of art, my good man. All right, Jax. I'm gonna come up here to the hold short point and then double check my my scope and see if that's who I need to talk to. I'm trying to remember how I think that they cover out here to the Panhandle, but I'm not positive. I don't fly in this area very often. I really need to fly out here a little bit more. I'm covered by Jax. JPC confirms. All right, sweet. So I'll get down here kind of at the hold short, give him a holler, and like I say, get on the scope. It'll give him a minute to, or her, I guess, whoever it is, to sort out. I think we must have had probably, 7 or 8 planes depart from Pensacola. All right, I think this is us right here, guys. Alright, this will work. Let's set the brake and give Jax a call. Let's see, what are they on tonight? They are 35,925. Whoops. 135,925.
And Jacksonville Center, Light Flight 3 with you at 41,000.
Light Flight 3, Jacksonville Center, Squawk 3032.
3032, Light Flight 3.
Jack Center, good evening. Mitsubishi November 11816 on the ground, Pensacola, IFR to Peter O'Knight.
At November 11816.
A-firm.
Brent, are you going to stick to
November
2-2?
11816 cleared to Peter Knight Airport via vectors haven't been as file maintained 2000.
Sorry, am I going to stick to what?
210 is after departure. Departure time is 135.925. And Squawk 1036.
Yeah, the Jeez, weather's come on, Grant. The weather's like 320. Yeah.
Am I going to stick to what?
All right, we are cleared to
We're
Ninth
just down
Field,
here at night.
Radar
just
Vectors
trying to decide
Heaven,
which runway to
and then
take.
as filed,
Oh,
maintain 2,000.
Two of us taxied to 22,
Departures
but
with you and
it's really
squawk
not favored anymore. But it's not bad. It's only 2 knot
1036,
tailwind, so
November
Oh, yeah,
11816.
1816, Pensacola altimeter 2988, wind 210 at 6 runway 26, clear for takeoff, fly runway heading after departure.
Clear for takeoff, runway 26, so we'll fly runway heading 11816. All right, I had somebody talking to me there, and I'm hoping I have everything. 1036.
931,
Enter.
Jacksonville Center, radar contact 60 miles south of Cross City VOR, climb maintain flight level 370.
Get him turned down a little bit here. There we go. All right, I do have to change this to. Oops, sorry.
3 arrivals, I don't think it's valid any longer. Descend and maintain 12,000. Tampa altimeter is 2987.
Okay, there we go. It's that. Oh, you know what I can do is this. I thought I could turn the.
Jacksonville Center, TVS 42 Victor 13.5, 74 miles east
No, that's
of
okay.
the Seminole
Let's get going.
VOR. Request flight following.
All right, flaps
Southwest 231, squawk 3535.
set for takeoff. Oh, they were set all the way down. Interesting. I must have left them.
Craft Westing flight following, I'm unable flight following at this time. A little busy for that right now.
Must have left them
Okay, roger
turned
that,
up
thanks.
a little bit on my last flight.
Let's see, November 3499 Whiskey. Correction, Mike, I have your radar contact now.
Goodness,
Good afternoon to you.
all over the place. Sorry. See, super loud or is it just me?
Alright, Southwest 231, contact Tampa, approach you 118.15.
All right, let's get situated here. I'm a little bit off keister here. Let's get it all squared away. We've got lights coming on. Those should all be on.
Ybor 253.
Speedo static, windshield heat on. All right, I think we're ready to go. Condition levers coming full forward. And we're looking for 105. Takeoff power set.
November 5200 Delta, did you call?
Airspeed's alive. There's 90. 100. Rotate. Positive rate. Gear up.
931, squawk 7765.
She's as wiggly as ever. Alright, so we're runway heading here. And, whoa. A little bit, I'm going to arm my heading mode here and the altitude select and vertical speed mode. Come down here, turn the autopilot on just so we can kind of not run through 2,000 here.
Number 11816, radar contact, say altitude capacity.
11816 on the climb 1,400.
11816, climb, maintain full level 210, proceed direct heaven, unable.
210 and direct heaven 11816. All right, cool. There we go.
659, department airspace
That's
to the
selected. Vertical speed is.
Actually,
Actually, I'm in a pretty good spot for a climb, so I think I'm just going to go indicated, and we will come down here. Okay, there we go. That's we need to be on GPS mode here, and we're going to go to flight plan. Here's the part that I'm still familiarizing myself with. All right, heaven. I'm going to go ahead and do direct heaven, activate that, and then we should be able to come down here now and go to GNSS mode, and it'll make that turn, left-hand turn.
Flight 3, department airspace to the southbound, maybe 7 mile line, better service, change bridge, see you later.
out of here.
Wings 199, Jacksonville Center. I'm going to send you a PDC. Stand by.
All right, I'm gonna have to go back in there. Is it supposed to have a glide path? Yes, it does. It does have a glide path, and I was able to actually make it work well last time.
I see you headed off Tampa approach. I got you now. Climate take level 340.
But I'm a little nervous every time I try to intercept my nav track here. All right, there we go. That looks good. That looks good.
River 5274 Victor, you can proceed to make nets.
You don't have the yeah. This is the Reality XP GTN 750. Absolutely love it. Works very well in this airplane.
I see you there.
No doubt about it.
Let's see. 2112 Squawk 1063.
All right, updating the heading bug. The glide slope worked, but you haven't managed to get a glide path. Oh, well. I guess I was thinking. I guess I was thinking glide slope when you said that. I wasn't thinking glide path. So yeah, no, there's no VNav. There's no VNav. So yeah, that I don't even think it'll give you the vertical track call out, but it will intercept the glide slope. So yeah, it sounds like maybe you have been able to get it to do the glide path indicator, but that would just be my understanding. That would just be a reference that you have to follow manually with the vertical speed mode or indicated airspeed mode.
Jacksonville Center, good evening. TPM 9030 Delta Whiskey Flight Level 29.
All right, I'm going to try to get back into the Discord channel.
930 Delta Whiskey, Jacksonville Center, Squawk 1055.
1055.
Hey, and somebody was asking me a question. Sorry, when I was getting ready to depart from Pensacola there, and I didn't hear it because it was ATC was super loud, but I was hoping there still wasn't an unanswered question out there.
930 Delta Whiskey, have your radar contact 13
Someone's
miles
talking
south,
to Brett,
west
not
of
Brant.
Northwest Florida Beaches Airport.
Oh, okay.
Level 290. Good day. Good evening.
That was very good.
Similar call signs, right, Brett?
Yep.
All right, you guys. Well, we are out of here.
997 is
We're getting close to 10,000 feet, so let's retract those
Jacksonville Center, Squawk 1010.
landing lights, and everything else is kind of what we want here, guys. I think we aren't going to need a whole lot of interior lighting just yet, although we're getting into some visible moisture. What is my... I don't remember where the outside air temp... Oh, there we go. So we're still... we're barely above. Barely above. Looks like we're breaking out, though. Direct heaven. I like the sound of that. That's going to make for a pretty screenshot. We better get ready. Bridge there. That's awesome. Get this shot here before it gets too cloudy. No, I'm not going to be able to. It's getting too cloudy. It's getting too cloudy. Oh, that's a keeper, boys and girls. Look at that. She's an absolute beauty. What's the name of that bridge? Wait, no.
West of 28. To the center, squad 4341.
I love it. I love it.
1830, are you there?
They even, I don't know if the curtains in the other aircraft match the livery color, but this green and gold
West 2078,
livery,
radar contact 5 miles northwest of the
these
site.
curtains accentuate that, you know, the tip tank paint so well. Let's see. They're supposed to be retracted. Wait a second. Landing lights. Yeah, you know what? You're right. I was thinking 10,000 feet, but I'm okay either way because I'm only climbing at 150. So yeah, bringing them up, and I actually don't know. Actually, I take that back. I don't know. Let me see what I have here. It didn't capture the altitude on your initial climb. Uh-oh, that's not good. Well, I'll see what happens here. Got to be ready for anything.
253 Mike, roger.
Let's see, continuous climb at 155, so I'm a little bit...
358, I'm flying level 370.
Oh, no, yeah, you're right. Landing lights, I have a note of retract before 165. Yeah.
Basket 358, Jacksonville Center, radar contact as reported.
It switched from arm to cap, it just kept climbing? Were you, crazy over speeding? I don't know why that would... That's weird. That's weird. Looks like it's time for you to drop down and go VFR, baby. Let's see what happens here. I've not had problems with it so far, so, you know, don't want to jinx myself. Keep adding some torque. Now the arm and cap are both lit up. The little lights aren't twinkling, Clark. Were you climbing in indicated mode or vertical speed mode, just out of curiosity?
10,
Not that that should matter, but...
Jacksonville Center. Good evening. Climb maintain 12,000. You can proceed direct to heaven.
12,000, direct heaven for a 10 Victor Yankee, thanks.
And it's nice to have ATC come on, guys. Thank you so very much, Jacksonville Center and Tampa Approach. If you guys are listening, thank you. The Virtue of the USA Flying Club thanks you. We love having ATC. We do a fair amount of events. I'll be honest with you. We do a fair amount of events where we
487, yes, sir. Are you going final now?
purposely try not to talk to ATC just because we like to have practice with, you know, maybe a Bravo transition or a SRFA or something like that. But by and large, we really enjoy ATC coverage, and yeah, I appreciate those guys that come on here. All right, I need to figure out, there should be a way to turn my volume down. It is way too loud. There we go. I don't want to turn it down too low to where I'm not hearing anybody, but he's just absolutely blasting my eardrums out, and I think maybe you guys are feeling the same way. So let's see what that does here. Speaker volume set at 50%. You should be able to...
Well, sim crashed.
Oh no!
Son of a gun.
God, doggone it, man. I'm sorry.
Well, it happens.
Sounded like the garbage can crashed or something.
Yeah, it's, I don't know, man. These drivers have been acting weird lately after my Microsoft's kind of just
487. Let's see.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for FS 2020, that's for sure. My son is on FS 2020. His first event with us was the Cheat River Fly-In, and his sim crashed.
It's not doing a single
3
thing
times
to the
during that
volume.
event. And he said that's it. It was stressful enough being my first event. He said, I don't want to come back to another event until I've got this stupid driver issue sorted out.
I think there was an update to the drivers today from NVIDIA, at least for my card.
Well, I'm on AMD. But yeah, Microsoft did something where like you don't have to have their AMD software anymore. I don't know, but it's all over Reddit too. People are posting screenshots.
So what I'm forced to do is come in here and actually just change this COM sound setting, which is frustrating because that's one thing that
I'm gonna post what I was flying anyway.
The new voice codec as well as the updated aircraft in both sims are giving you more and more control over the volume, kind of more realistically, like within your audio panel. So that'll work though. All right, we are through 180, so let's go ahead and set standard here. And 2992. Set it over here as well.
November 50 Whiskey Juliet.
And we're out of here.
Jacksonville Center, you are requesting flight following. A negative flight following 0 Whiskey Juliet. 50 Whiskey Juliet, Pensacola out.
We are full on torque limited. We've got every bit of throttle in that we can, and we are takeoff, and we got the condition levers full forward as well. When we get up to cruise, we'll pull back a little bit here on that, but for the most part, we're going to run it wide open up here, expecting to get somewhere close to 250 to maybe 300 on the ground speed. Right now, we're not quite doing that because we're on the climb, but I would guess that our wind is a bit of a helping wind today. So you caught it. It did catch it at 16. That's strange. There's 1,000 to go. I didn't get a warning. Thought I got a buzzer or something. Now we're gonna find out, Brett. We're gonna find out here.
Lots of great screenshots getting posted tonight.
Oh yeah, I forgot to post that one. Just out of the way. I got a good one. This is such a beautiful area to fly. It just really is. It's something else, man. You know, so different to me coming from an area that doesn't have any of this coastline, right? Landlocked, inner mountain range, and just to be around a place like this is just feels almost like a foreign country. I mean, I've only been to the ocean twice in my life, so it's yeah. All right, here we go. Are we going to capture it? It looks like it's thinking about it. And all right, I think we're okay. That's one off now, and indicated airspeed is also off. All right, very good. I'm going to let things speed up a little bit, and then I'm going to pull back the condition levers back here to in between takeoff and minimum cruise here. Be a little bit of fuel efficient. I'm not in a huge hurry here tonight, guys. The light on the top left of the altimeter lights up, but there's no audio cue. Oh, I see. Oh, you mean over here? The light that comes on. I see. No, down here. I know what you're talking about, but now I don't know where it is either. On the top right, you're seeing, yeah, over. Okay, yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. Good with that. All right, let's do this. Yeah. It'll go. It really will. I'm slowly gaining speed. Why, you might ask? Well, yeah, that's right. I still had the flaps out. They were. You saw that, Fixie. I was hoping nobody would see that. Of course, I'm tattling on myself, but yeah. Hey, at least I brought the gear up, so I'm 1 for 2. Yeah, whoops. Maintenance is going to want to take a look at that probably when I get on the ground at St. Pete, right? There, I'm like, I was wondering, I'm like, what the heck? I'm not even over 200 yet. What in the heck? So yeah, there we go. Now we're getting closer. Yeah, well, no guarantee about that, Millhouse. Again, I don't know how many times I've said it, but if, you know, it's almost like this stuff needs to be written down or something in some sort of a list or something like that, some sort of an organized form. Because it's hard to remember all of it. Yeah, exactly. Fixie. If a pro like me makes mistakes like that, I mean, there's certainly a need for some sort of a, you know, an organized chart or something. Yeah, like you could check it off as you hit each little spot. That would be like, I mean, why am I the only one thinking about this? JPC, he's got to roll his head every time he watches me fly, just because of all the things I do that he would absolutely rake me over the coals for if he was my real life CFI. I would have failed my Mooney. No, my Mooney. Why do I keep calling this Mooney? I would have failed my Mitsubishi check ride today. There's no doubt about that. Well, let's take a look, guys. We are up here at the Cruez, and hey, look at all these guys flying around. What the heck? Look at all these. There's a Whiskey Papa guy. There's that Whiskey Papa fella. Do I not have him yet as, how do I'm trying to remember. How do I, can I add you? I don't know if I can add him as a friend. I don't know. Seems like there was a way to do that. Can I don't know. Thought there was a way. Share, follow, nope. Nope. Alright. Anyway, look at all this traffic though, you guys. Wow. I mean, that's awesome. And we're just kind of buzzing along. It doesn't look like it's picked up our... Wait, there we are. So we're going direct to heaven. Doesn't look like we're going direct to heaven to me. What in the name of... oh, I don't have a... Do I have a flight plan in? Let's add our VATSIM flight plans. Oh, there we go. Yeah, we're going to heaven. but so nice to see so much. It's not all us, right? Like this guy, he's in a Boeing. So you're going to get plenty of that when you're down here in the Florida area. But I got to say, we've got to have close to 16, 17 guys flying tonight, which is pretty cool. November 824 M Pilot. Hello. Yeah, that's right. That's exactly right. That's right. I forgot about that. If they're just on VATSIM but not Volanta. Yeah, that's right. Thanks for reminding me about that, though. Well, I think we're probably about as quick as we're going to be. I thought we might be over 300 today, but that's okay. Pull this back a little bit. We can be a little kinder on the engines here, and let's check fuel quantities. Again, we were fully fueled, so we've got plenty. There's nothing crazy down there. All those pressures and temperatures are looking good. Well, temperatures are very happy. Look at our percent RPMs right in the middle. Fuel flow's good. I say we've got a happy aircraft. It was a goofy way to pop in. No, not at all, man. You're hand flying the 7RT tonight. Oh, and Millhouse forgot to fuel up. All right. I can, if you need me to, I can call the tanker and have him join up with you.
Jacksonville Center 930 Delta Whiskey, we're sure to...
I tell you what, Millhouse, I kind of had a little bit of a fuel emergency when I was flying what was I flying the other day? So I had the... Was I in the... I don't think I was in the Mad Dog, but was it the... I don't remember. Anyway, one of my last flights, I got this warning light about 2/3 of the way where I was going, and it was like, uh-oh, what the heck? And it must have been when I was flying the Phoenix. That's when it was. So when was I doing the Phoenix? Oh, that was my Dubai event. Yeah, this past Saturday. Is that what he said, Fixie? Well, full forward it is. I'm firewalled and full forward. I'm fully levered. I'm not going to argue. That guy knows what he's talking about. That Northwest Ornament guy. Now that you mention that, that does sound familiar. Fly it like you rented it, right? Is that how the saying goes? 276 on the ground speed. Yeah. We're not getting the usual high altitude strong winds here, because we do have a tailwind, but everything's like 10 knots, 6 knots, 4 knots.
Wave 199.
That's okay.
RNAV 2 films. Wind. Let's see. Wind 120 at 10. Runway 12 left, clear for takeoff.
You tell him, Cody.
Alaska 358 descend via the Grinch for arrival. Orlando landing south, altimeter 2988.
Stand by the Grinch for copy altimeter Alaska 358.
At 2178, you with me?
All right, what do you guys... I need to put in when I'm done. I need to put in my aircraft, my route, and what I think Mike Sonante's favorite movie is.
You should be able to hit that little plus thing next
What do you
to where
guys...
type the
What do you guys... What would you...
upload file.
What would you say? What should I put down for JPC's favorite movie of all time?
I have one there. Does it show up?
I should have said. No. I'll
No,
save.
I don't see it.
I'll save
Make sure you hit
the.
enter after you load it.
I'll save the one I'm thinking about for later on. So give me some nominations for this East Coast guy, this big city guy. What's he? You know, Godfather seems too cliche, but maybe that's it, hiding in plain sight. What the heck? Something happened here. What do you have, sir? Cody?
For some reason, it's coming up as a raw file instead of an image. It should just come up as an image. Nice picture, though.
Runway's 199, ready for contact, say altitude passing.
Little guy had something in his mouth.
Runway's 199, flight ready for
Should we have that or not? He's too fast for me to catch, so. And I'm not going to do a Rocky chasing the chicken deal around. Maybe it's Miracle on Ice. He's a big hockey fan. Oh my gosh. Dog fight. They're all sharing treats now. You were Thigh King Thay? What? I've not followed you, Smitty. Alright, are we good? Everybody good? Let's leave little brother alone, okay?
I've only been able to figure out this tipping tool. I'm not sure what else to use.
That's all I use. It's good. Oh, you were thinking that.
You could just do print
Oh.
screen and then paste as well.
Yeah, but then it gets all 3 monitors in there.
Oh, yeah, that won't work.
So you're thinking Miracle on Ice, maybe? I was thinking, what's a good soccer movie? Because he also loves his football. You know, is there something? There's not really like an epic soccer movie that I know of, right? Probably some documentaries like on Pele or something, but I don't know. I think right now I'm gonna lean toward Miracle on Ice. Hope you're getting a kick out of this, Mr. Sonate. Oh, at 276. That looks like it's gonna be all I get on this leg. No hints. Smitty Papa, he doesn't want you to know. He wants to be. He's just gets recognized everywhere. Good fixing. So he's trying to go, you know, incognito. Oh, you know what I'm gonna have to do then, Smitty Papa? I'm gonna have to adjust my. Events here. Maybe this will work because the Smitty Junior First Officer. The Smitty Junior First Officer was not working, so let's see if this works here. Smitty Papa and Smitty Papa. And we'll just do this just for you right here. I hear King Air 629er Papa. I thought there was a half a chance that Smitty Papa might go Challenger, might go CL60 tonight. Totally agree, Jet Pilot Cinnamon. completely 100% agree.
6298 Papa. Expo Center. That's a request stand by moment.
All right, we're getting ready to make a turn here at Heaven. And when we do, I think at that point in time, we'll be about halfway. I might start to think a little bit about some arrival information here. We will have control, hopefully all the way down, so they'll help us with our altitudes and things like that, but we'll plan accordingly just in case. That's a rock solid read back there, Speedy Papa. Man, that's a good read back.
Mike, yeah, nobody's online there, so regular service terminated, frequency change approved. You can mark review the comp. See you later.
Thanks for subscribing.
Rock Valkyrie, thanks for the gift description. Wow. 28 gift descriptions. You're the man. Cannot wait. I don't know if you've made your final decision yet or not, but can't wait to visit with you down at FSE. I hope you're going to be able to make it. And yeah, man, cannot wait. Cannot wait. Well, I haven't decided yet. I'm kind of bad about these things, Rob. I tend to bargain hunt too much when it comes to rooms. I just need to make a decision. I know, I do. I keep saying I'm going to, and then I don't. And you need to know. Are you flying into Hobby? If you were to come, is that what your tickets are priced to? Okay. All right. You're right. I just need to bite the bullet and make a decision. So I just need to make a decision. Oh, see, you ate the treat so fast. Now you're yakking and hacking, mister. King Air, though, that's a solid choice for tonight's event. If I wasn't going to fly this, the King Air would have been my choice. So nicely done. Nicely done.
Squawk 6567, runway 26, taxi via Delta, altimeter 2988.
All right, watch your ears. There's Tree Fox. I think the screenshot is the most awkward, cringeworthy part of my streams. Can't help it. The snipping tool is still the best way for me. I still just haven't.
The whole east border is up on me.
Just haven't found a better solution yet.
It's a decent Tuesday night on Batson.
I see some phenoms in the. Let's. You know what? That's what we need to do. Okay, hang on for a second here. Let's go to the flight sim pics here. Let's see what everybody's doing here. There's that's a is that the Challenger?
Jet 804, Jacksonville Center. I have your radar contact.
Nope, that's a Challenger. I don't know what that is. What is that twin tip tank twin? Is that a 310? Is that what that is? Must be a 310. There's a Challenger. Beautiful shot there. Nope, that's a beach. That's a beach. What the heck is that?
1314 descent via the Looney 1 arrival.
Is that a King Air? Is that? No, that's not big enough. I'm terrible at my aircraft identification. There's a King Air. Look at that shot from Steve H. Dell. That's good stuff right there, Steve. Little Vision jet.
Everybody, please get off the cell phones.
There's the good old Phenom. There's a Melvin Roy look-alike. Vixie, you got one of those new liveries, didn't you? That's awesome. There's Sinante. Yeah, that's why I thought this was the Challenger, or Chancellor, I should say, because of that. It's one of those. It's one of the few aircraft, GA aircraft, that have that nice fin. And this has got to be. That's got to be the 310. It's a good looking plane. That's Blackbird Sim, right? That does that. That's a good looking plane. I like the Blackbird Sim. Who's that? Who's that guy?
135 ready back brake push start. Pilot express device ready to taxi. Expect March runway.
Yeah, look at that. That's awesome. What a great shot that is. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Ooh, somebody's taking a little bit more of a sporty approach here. He could fly this 1500 inverted all the way if he wanted to. Light sport time. Look at Tommy picking up a little propeller reflection there. Nice, that flight sim dude. Very nice. I like it, you guys. I like it. Ooh, that's nice, David. Great reflection. Nicely composed. Good balance to that shot. Nice light. There's the. This is the DA. Is this the 50 or the 62? I can't remember. What a great aircraft those little diamonds are. Well, keep them coming, guys. Keep them coming. Ooh. Hey, look at that. Somebody doing some surfing. Very cool, very cool. All right, good stuff, guys. Good stuff. Hey, by the way, if you're watching and you are not a member of the Virtual USA Flying Club, it's really easy. It is really easy. You know what I need to do? I need to set up a command for that, don't I? I need to set up a command for that.
033 Foxtrot. Negative.
I do not have. Oh wait. Yes, I do. Wait. Hold on. Command. I think I know why it's not working. There we go. Let me try that. All right. Let's try this. Yeah, JPC posted it, but I think this might work now. Maybe not. Anyway, all you have to do is click on that link that JPC just posted. It takes you to a waiting room in our Discord. That's where we do 99% of our business is in Discord. So you'll get into the Discord waiting room, and there'll be a couple of questions that they ask you. Fill out that information. Totally free, no obligations. You just have to have a VATSIM ID and be in good standing, and then we'll get you the rest of the way. And you can kind of be a part of fun stuff like this, including looking at all these awesome screenshots. So, I know. Wait a second. I know why that didn't work. Iowa Scotsman. Hello, sir. It is very nice to see you, Mr. McPherson. All right, let's try this now. VUFC. There it is. All right, I got a command now, baby. Got a command. Ron, how are you? Happy Tuesday. Saw you're doing some iRacing stuff on stream the other day. That's cool. I lurked for a little bit. That looks pretty intense, dude. Not gonna lie. That looks next level, but fun. I knew that the iRacing was next level when I tuned in one night and, well, I shouldn't say tuned in. I opened up Twitch one night and saw that they had a post-game interview stream, and they were interviewing iRacing League simmers, I guess. I don't know what you call if you're an iRacer. Anyway, like, it was a legit, like an ESPN, interview, like you would get after a Formula One race. It was like, holy moly, this is like pretty crazy. And yeah, it was not the only post-game recap of the big race, by the way. So really, I mean, super immersive stuff. So I don't know how your team is doing there, Ron, but yeah, I can see why people enjoy it. Yeah, Millhouse, it's crazy. Like, you have a hard time differentiating between, is it iRacing or are you watching like a real life, Formula One or NASCAR situation? So.
135, runway heading after departure, wind 2205, runway 26, clear for takeoff.
How's Downwind Sim doing back here? Time to get the table out. Let's play some spades or something. Have a snack while we wait. I imagine also that the the hardware is probably fairly comparable, if not even a little more than what you need for just a basic flight sim rig. Not like a virtual cockpit, but like the casual iRacer and the casual flight simmer probably are in about the same in terms of investment for their equipment, right? Because you need a good wheel. You need a. Hey, look at that! It worked. That's awesome. That just makes me happy. Now I'm down to just one other guy that it will not register for, and that's that flight sim dude. He's the only other guy that I've made a custom sound for, a custom junior first officer sound for, that it will not work. So. So Millhouse, what you're telling me is that it's maybe even a little bit worse, huh?
That's good. 358, send to maintain 3000.
I didn't think there was anything worse than like a Yoko yoke, and I mean, I even thought my honeycomb stuff was pretty high end as far as like top of the what I can afford. But yeah, $2,500 on a. Well, those are the haptic feedback wheels, right? Like where you can actually, that's pretty cool. Like, they do have those. I guess they have those in flight sim as well, and those do get up into the thousands of dollars. All right, hey Cody, don't get in there, please, sir. So we have made our turn southeast down the coast, and so, as promised, I think it's time for us to at least take an initial look at what's going on here. We're going to go over to our favorite weather website, METAR-TAF.com, and we're going to put in Peter Knight Field. It'll be the first time I've ever flown into this one. Tango Papa Foxtrot. Search Peter O'Knight. And let's see the full METAR here. No warnings. Some broken clouds. Winds 340 at 5. Yeah, so we're getting a little bit of a helping tailwind here. But yeah, very nice and clear. And 29er 88. Looks like we can expect probably runway 36. It's going to be our boy here as well. You know, one thing I've never done is looked at the live stream here. I wonder what that does. Oh, kind of just puts everything right together here, huh? Interesting. Wonder what that does. Should we see what that does? Let's I'm gonna scan that and let's see what it gives us. Oh, goodness. So it is. Oh, it just brought up the same stuff that we see on our screen. I don't know if you can see that, but for Peter O'Knight. Okay. Seems like kind of Department of Redundancy department there, but so be it. Anyway, end of the day, guys. It looks like it's either going to be runway 4 or runway 35 for us. You've got the Fanatec Club Sport kit.
1477, to give me a location, please.
Oh, and Iowa Scotsman, you pointed out something that I didn't think about is you have to purchase all those tracks and cars. So that's again very similar to like aircraft and airports. Yeah, I didn't think about that. Yeah, so you're looking at, it's going to be a pretty even comparison with the exception of like getting into that haptic feedback stuff. All right, well, boys and girls, let's do this. Let's take a peek here. Let's make this a little bit bigger. Let's go to Peter O'Knight, and let's look at. First of all, let's just look at our arrival again. So, runway 4 is a little bit bigger here. So, I don't know if they'll give us 4 or 36. Both of them are into a fairly light breeze, so we should be okay. The wind's not overly difficult. Do we have any approaches here? Looks like an RNAV to 2.2 and an RNAV to 3.6. So yeah, maybe we set the RNAV 3.6 just as a backup here. And what does that look like? Looks like we have to come down here to Humke and make our way from Humke to Jebod to Suvia. And we come in like that. 344 approach course. Looks like we've got some. The MDA here is 440.
1477, radar contact, 30 miles.
Hello, Sam.
You are late to the party, Downwind Sim. No, you're not. We're about halfway to Peter O'Knight Field here. We're just trying to kind of figure out what approach we're going to be shooting. We need to be down there about 2,700 if we're going to end up on the RNAV 3.6. So I think I'm going to just not worry about that right now Iowa Scotsman, you spent upwards of 3 just on iRacing. Yeah, I can see how that. I can see how that would happen in a hurry. So are any of the races like? Are there cash? Like are there cash winnings, or is it just a just a pride thing? You were fixing Annie West leaky sink. Yeah, Dad. Handy dad life is what that is, buddy. Handy dad life, and that's nothing to shake a stick at.
2254 to Cynthia, the 84 arrival, Tampa landing north, altimeter 29er, 89er.
That's pretty cool, dude. I smell somebody cooking some toast upstairs. I realize I haven't had dinner yet. So here's what we got going on, by the way, Downwind Sim, just in case you're curious. We've got a bunch of virtual USA Flying Club members flying here and there and everywhere and mucking up this Jacksonville airspace, and is trying to get his big heavies. Oh, there's a Beach 35. Never mind. That's a King Air right there. Brandon Aviation, yeah. There's an A320, thank goodness. There's an A330, nice, very nice. TBM 900, yeah. So just a nice night down here. Lots going on.
Catch that call sign that just asked about the event on frequency?
I did not. I didn't hear Whiskey Papa, if that's what you're asking, though.
No, somebody asked if there was an event going on and asking why there was so much traffic going in the night.
Ah.
Message, but
was it 813?
1314 Jacksonville, altimeter 29er, 89er, expect initial approach.
If he clicks on any of our planes, he's going to see, hopefully, the remarks, right?
Yeah. Be nice to give him a direct link, though.
Raj.
Alaska 358. I can remember if I cleared your land.
If the frequency gets quiet enough, see if he gets shouted out again, or even put it in the text chat of the frequency.
I guess in Volanta, though, you're not seeing it, are you? It just has the basic route. It doesn't have the remarks in it. Okay. Well, maybe... Yeah, maybe we can figure out who that was. There may be some prizes. Okay, yeah. You are in a league that does have some prizes, but no cash. Yeah. All right, do I have everything turned up like I need? I think I do. Everything looks pretty good. Brighten these up a little bit. That actually, I don't. Probably don't want to brighten them up too much, do I? As it gets darker, you actually need to turn this down. As anyone who has picked up their cell phone to check a message at 2 in the morning knows, you don't want that too bright. Yeah, that's better. That's better. What we could do, if we have to, is we could brighten up the flood situation here. But right now, it's probably not going to show very much. Kind of a tough time of night.
Can I get approval to just send me the cap to Jacksonville?
I was just going to get back to you just now on that. That's what I was looking up. But this is the
Downwind Sim, I would attempt to do the same.
Send me a cap to expect 8 Jacksonville, 426 Bravo. Checking center, King Air, November 6 area, proper request to frequency.
Yeah, see, I think I want the flood on, right? That's those guys on the side. It's just not taking effect just yet. So, but yes, Downwind Sim, I would attempt to do the same. But the one thing I'm really bad at is plumbing. I am bad. I can make a slight leak into a big leak. I'm good at that. Or I can make one leak into 2 leaks.
November 11816. At pilot discretion, descend to maintain 12,000. The, I don't have the Peter Knight altimeter. I have the Tampa International altimeter, 2989er.
12,000, pilot's discretion, 2989er, 11816. All right, let's go. We'll do this indicated airspeed mode wise, and down we go. I'm just going to pull back till I achieve between 1 and 2,000 feet a minute. And I'll let it settle.
Red Sox to whichever transition. Yeah, just change it to that.
I'm going to arm the altitude. Any ideas, Vixie, why you think that didn't capture for you? That's really strange. Ron is awesome. He is. He's for the most part super chill and you know, very patient. But yeah, if you're dinking around, man, he's going to get after you a little bit, and rightly so. Not in a like I've seen. I mean, I think we've all seen those controllers that have sort of rage quit, you know, and just left everybody high and dry. Yeah, that's kind of tough. But Ron's not.
Would have loved to have you, had you.
Ron's definitely not. It's been fine on every other altitude change. Interesting. Yeah. Anyway, no, Ron's one of the very first VATSIM ATC that I flew when I was brand spanking new to FSX and VATSIM and all that. He was one of the very first controllers that I ever really sought out, just because I liked his style, easy to understand and knowledgeable, and just everything we've kind of talked about.
Straight ahead on Alpha, cross runway 26 and to the drop.
2908.
Taxi at your discretion.
2985 is what he said, but I have 2988. Whoops, that's I do have to set that 2988.
Okay, November 10 Whiskey, Jacksonville City.
Get that set. Yeah, both.
Go altimeter 2988.
All right.
Descend to maintain 2,000. Flight present heading. Vectors for sequencing.
Whoa. Vectors for sequencing. Where they're going.
Jacksonville Center radar contact 40 miles west-northwest of the Remus intersection. Climb maintain flight 360. Okay, 199, go ahead. 199, go ahead.
Why do I have taxi lights on? Oh, those are landing lights. Why do I have landing lights on?
Looks like it's your 2 o'clock, flight number 340.
Oh, because I put them in extend instead of retract.
Get out and try to contact you now.
Oh my gosh, what a knucklehead. That, okay. They've been out this whole time, I think, haven't they? Mini Christmas. Yeah, buddy, you were freaking rock solid on that readback, brother. Knuckle stream.
2240, flight runway heading after departure.
Oh, man.
2205, runway 26, clear for takeoff.
Like one of my favorite sports talk shows, pardon the interruption, goes.
Don't you love those people when they're told to stand by, they reply, standing by?
Some just can't help themselves.
Tony Kornheiser's, every time he signs off, he's like, we'll try to do better the next time.
Okay, I'll shut up. I won't talk anymore.
I'm definitely going to have to see me. Well, first of all, Millhouse, I left the flaps out until I was well past 165 knots. And then I left the I left the lights out here. So
we were told to monitor tower and then contact him anyway.
November
You guys.
116, contacting Tampa approach 118.15.
1815, November 11816. We'll see you. 118. 815. Here we go. All right, so if we're given a choice here, we're gonna see RNAV. Actually, if we're given a choice, we're gonna request the visual.
930 Delta Whiskey, advise airfield in sight, and when you're on the ground, if you could cancel the IFR clearance this frequency.
I'll take your word for it, Milhouse. Ooh, that doesn't sound good. Tampa approach, good evening, November 11816, descending 13.8.
November 11816, Tampa approach, good evening. Peter and altimeter 2988.
2988, November 11816.
And November 11816, do you have an approach request this evening?
Yeah, we'd like to request the visual into either runway 4 or runway 36, whatever works best for you.
November 11816, expect the visual 36 approach.
Visual 36, so 11816, thanks. All right.
And November 6542 Victor, advise you have the airfield
Are we direct?
I do have the airfield
going to Darbs.
November 6542 Victor, cleared visual approach, runway 36, Peter and I.
Look just below the overhead panel for top speed. Oh, there we go. All right, where was I? Flaps, extender, track. Oh, I was below 175, so I'm okay there. And then what about?
Northwest 2531, runway 1 right, taxi via Charlie.
Is there anything that talks about the lights?
One right.
Landing lights, 175.
Northwest 2531.
Yeah, we were a little bit over that. There may be some damage to the landing lights. Yep. As soon as the needle is straight down, you put the flaps in. I got you, man. I got you. Millhouse, you're one of those guys that like, what don't you know, man? You are a wealth of knowledge, an encyclopedia of knowledge, my dude. Yeah, see the coastline, guys. Blades of Glory. I bet that's JPC's favorite movie, Blades of Glory. Where'd I get 165 earlier? On my checklist that I've created myself from a wide variety of sources. So honestly, I don't even know, but I'm going to adjust it because it looks like 175 is the right speed here. All right, we are level at 12. I'm going to go ahead and keep the throttle in a bit here. I don't need to be slowing down too much. We're probably already, well, not getting in the way of anybody going into to Peter O'Night, but still, there's going to be people coming down here to St. Pete's and the Tampa area, so let's try to keep our speed up a little bit here. That was the figure skating. No, the Blades of Glory with the two guys that are figure skating. Yes, I need to just check my numbers here. 175 landing normal, landing light, maneuver minimum control 99, 175. Sure enough, I'm adjusting that right now. Right now, retract before 175. Okay, very good, very good. And takeoff is What, takeoff is, you should be flaps 22? Is that right? And then landing flaps 18? Is that what that's telling me? Am I reading that correctly? No, rotation, flaps 20 between 100 and 105. And these are,
Tampa approach, Skyhawk 118 Tango is
I'm gonna have to spend some time looking at that.
to the east with information hotel inbound for touch and goes.
What about the figure skating movie where the girl is blind? Remember that one?
Approach 930 Delta Whiskey down and clear the active of Peter Knight.
November 930 Delta Whiskey, thank you, sir.
Okay, so visual 3-6. I'm not going to worry about setting
Approach Canadian United 22.
the RNAV as the backup here. When I get on the ground,
United 2254, Tampa approach.
I would say, let's say all the actions here. Hey, we'll see you.
But it was really quiet. Did you give us a runway?
So I'm going to try to land and maybe exit here on Alpha. Otherwise, I mean, it is only a 2,600 foot runway.
November 11816, direct Peter 09 and descend maintain 6000.
Direct Peter 09 down 6,000, November 11816. All right, down we go.
Skyhawk 118 Tango is 8 miles to the east at 2,000 inbound touch and goes with hotel.
November 118 Tango, enter the left downwind for
Let's slow down a little bit here first. And then, in fact, I might go vertical speed on this one, guys.
Right downwind,
Let's
one right,
spin this nose down a little bit here. I'm going to go idle descent. See if we can get our speed down. And then we got to go direct Peter 09. Activacion. There we go, baby. Left-hand traffic pattern into runway 36, by the way. And that's probably the only thing I'll set is just a heading bug or something to let me know where I'm at. Pattern-wise, elevation is basically sea level. Oh, my wife just getting home right now, man. She's the hardest working lady at the college. That's all I can tell you. Whoa, I don't want to go that far. Drop the nose a little bit more. My dogs just love her. They just go crazy whenever she comes home. It's awesome. All right, here's how you extend the landing lights. Actually, they're kind of cool. When they come out, oh, I won't get there in time. Yeah, they come out and then they pop on. Oh. I just have the worst dry throat, little hacky cough. I'm fighting through it for you guys. Let's do this. Let's go heading mode.
Southwest 25.
And let's change the course.
7. Fly runway heading. Runway 1 right, clear for takeoff.
Change the old.
Fly runway heading 1 right. Clear
Oh, that
for
was
takeoff.
almost lined up
Southwest
perfectly.
2531.
Put the course indicator right on runway heading here. 358 officially, so let's do that. Boom, boom, 358. And we're expecting left-hand traffic pattern. We need to try to get ourselves down to 2,000 feet or so. I'm sorry, 1,000 feet. We have plenty of time. We're actually we're actually going to cut the corner and go right over the top of Tampa International, which is kind of interesting. Right? Yeah, there's St. Petersburg, and this is Tampa International. So, take that, big heavies. Caution, prop wash coming in hot. Well, let's double check that. I could have swore it said left-hand pattern, but I also know not to doubt you, other man. Ah, you know what? 3-6. Right-hand pattern. What the heck was I looking at? Oh, I was looking at the departure, or I was thinking about the departure airport out of Pensacola. All right, so we are expecting a right-hand traffic pattern. Thank you for catching that, Millhouse. I really appreciate that. Saves me a lot of embarrassment. Okay, so we're gonna most likely overfly the field and jump into a right-hand downwind, and yeah, hopefully be able to take care of business. Okay, you know what I think I'm gonna do here is, well, since we're flying over Tampa,
Tampa Pro, Skyhawk 118 Tango, midfield, right downwind.
hold off on trying to hand fly just yet.
Skyhawk, November 118 Tango, wind 330.
118 Tango,
7, runway
11816. Got similar call signs.
Tango, 18 Tango.
Okay, I'm gonna let my speed come down here a little bit. We'll keep it about 200 knots, and actually, you know what? We'll come back to about 180.
Southwest 2531, say altitude passing.
Look at us. We got a departing airport, or a departing plane. So they'll be in North Ops as well here, so that'll be kind of cool.
Radar contact, climb maintain.
Looks like we have maybe somebody coming in on the arrival here as well. That's awesome.
Climb and maintain 12,000 direct to Baypo when able, Southwest 2531.
Yeah, man, that's cool. That's way cool. I can still remember the first time I saw live traffic on VATSIM at night. I was just awestruck. I couldn't believe how cool I thought it looked. Cars driving on the road and all that stuff. It was just like, wow. I knew I had found a home. I had flown in a sim before, so I'm not one of those guys that can say that, you know, like the first time I sat in front of a simulator was at this little small airport when I was like 10, okay? But I'm not going to say...
11816,
hold that thought.
descend and maintain 3000.
3000, 11816. All right, here we go. So, we'll indicate it now. Yeah, so, but I'm not one of those guys that's going to say, yeah, I've been flight simming for 40 years, because I really haven't. Like, I've not been a steady flight simmer since I was 10. But anyway, when I kind of started getting back into it about 10 years ago or so, and I started flying this little goofy simulator called Google Earth Flight Simulator. It was a free flight sim, and it was just so much fun. It was a bunch of just basement developer guys that loved aviation that had put together this really cool simulator based on Google Earth ortho or imagery, I guess. It was just like ahead of its time.
2254, fly heading
But the problem was the scenery was all daytime, so if you flew at night, you couldn't see anything. And then eventually they started.
November 11816, advise you have Peter 09 sign.
We'll call the field negative contact just yet, 11816. Got a little bit of a... Unless that's it. Is that it?
1816, you should find it 12 o'clock at about 5 miles.
We do see the field, 11816.
Number 1816, cleared for the visual approach into runway 36.
Cleared visual, runway 36, 11816. All right, I'll have to finish that. I'll have to finish that thought later. Yeah, I want to come off of autopilot. There we go. Okay, so we are going to overfly the field.
54, descend and maintain 3,000.
Descend and maintain 3,000 at 2254.
Going to go back to flight idle. I'm going to pitch up just a little bit. I'm kind of high here. I should have done a better job of getting into flap speed before I started this descent. Nothing I can do about that now but slow down. Slow down sooner rather than later.
November 118 Tango, wind 330
It's 175, so first notch of flaps coming in. I'm at flight idle.
Touch and go, 18 Tango.
And I can start the descent again.
Southwest 25.
I'm not going to chase
31.
it. If I have to, I'll extend my
Contact
my downwind
Jacksonville
here.
Center, 135.92.
Jacksonville Center, 135.92, Southwest 2531.
My movie guess is so ludicrous I had to make it.
Hey, it's you never know, man. We're going inside the mind of Mike Sinatra. It's a dangerous thing. All right, we're over top of the field here. So, and we're a little high. Not terrible, though. Not terrible. I'm going to turn on the outbound here. Let's make sure no one's over there. I think we're good. We'll overfly it a little bit more here. There we go. It's 1,500. That's pretty close to overfly altitude. And we'll just kind of keep heading down here on that right-hand downwind. Kind of lost sight of the field there, but I'm going to get myself under control here at about, make my base turn here at about 500 or so. Oh crap. I can't. I just need 1 second. I don't know if you heard that. My wife needs me. I don't know what's broken upstairs. That's not good. It's never good.
United 2254 heavy, turn left heading 100.
Okay, oops.
100, left turn 100, United 2254.
Alright, I'm thinking that's my runway there. I got a little bit low there as a result, but let's turn and get inbound here. Some situational awareness. Yeah, probably not too good here, guys, but we're gonna have to do the best we can. How close are we? Well, I see an airport. I feel like those red lights are kind of what I'm looking for here. So I think I overshot it just a little bit.
Fly heading 040, maintain 2,000.
Second notch of flaps and gear coming down.
Runway 1 left.
Yep, those are my pappies, so...
Alright, left heading 040, 2,600 till stabs, clear the ILS, runway 01 left approach, United 22.
I don't see the lights of the... Oh, I do see them now. Okay. We actually are okay. We're a little bit low, but not terrible. Whoa, hey, hello. Getting a little slow, so it gets kind of splashy. Okay, final knots of flaps are in. I'm not on the runway. I was I was lined up in between the runway and the taxiway. That's not good. Okay, down we go. Nice and easy now. I have a tendency to over control this plane, and I'm too low. Darn it, too low. There we go.
What plane is that, Brett?
This is the MU2, the Mitsubishi.
I love the tip tank.
Whoa, I got something weird happening there. Yeah, it's a fun little squirrel of a plane.
Tampa approach, November 8033 Foxtrot, level 2500. Remember,
All right, guys, I'm gonna have to do this. I'm gonna have to exit here and kind of do a quick exit. I gotta go see what's going on upstairs. So forgive me for the abrupt ending of the stream, but I'm gonna head upstairs here right now. Down.
Runway 1 right. We're gonna go ahead and
Quick
make
set.
this one the last one. We're gonna depart to the east
I'm
to
gonna
Oakland City.
disconnect there so they don't worry about me. And yeah, I'm gonna have to button things up, guys. I'll give you a report. We'll see what's going on. Have a good night. Thanks for the fun stream.